So in this video, we are going to be talking about how we start from a requirement to an algorithm to a flowchart. Alright, so when you want to develop a software, the first step is to always understand the requirement. Alright, and this could be a simple statement, or it could be a lot of text with formulas on what you need to calculate and so on. Alright, so in this case, we are going to look at this simple example where the requirement is to compute the area of a circle. Alright, so now we understand the requirement. Alright, so that is the first step. Okay, now the next thing is translating that requirement into an algorithm. Okay, so what is an algorithm? An algorithm is basically a series of steps. Alright, so in this case, we say step 1 is we start the program. And to compute the area of the circle, we first need to get some user information, which is the radius. So we say read the radius of circle. Okay, and in this case, read refers to getting user input. Alright, so we know that the area of a circle, the formula is pi r square. Alright, so once I know the radius, I can straight away go and compute. So the step 3 here is to compute the area. Alright, and once I get the answer, I can print it out. And finally I stop. Okay, the last step is to stop. Okay, now once we have clearly defined the steps in the algorithm, alright, we can proceed to design the flowchart. Alright, so to design the flowchart, okay, we're going to use this online tool. Okay, you can go to draw, okay, .io. Okay, so let me go there right now, and let's implement this algorithm into a flowchart. Okay, so when you design a flowchart, there are rules we have to follow on the correct shapes that we need to use. So for the start and stop, we use the ellipse block. Alright, so I can just drag an ellipse block here. I can double click to put in my text within the block itself. Okay, so I have a start. Okay, I can put the stop as well. Okay, now the next step was what? The second step was to read. So read is an input. So for an input and output, alright, we use the parallelogram shape. Okay, so here we will say read radius. Okay, so that is the second step. Okay, and after we read radius, we can go ahead to perform the computation. Okay, so that is an action or a computation that we're going to perform. So for those kind of blocks, we use a rectangle. Okay, so I can just say compute or calculate, okay, area equals to pi times r times r. Okay, so if I want more clarity for the radius, I can specify it as r over here, so we know that we are using the r in the formula. Okay, once the area has been calculated, alright, I can go ahead to print it out. Again, print is an output. Okay, so input and output blocks, we use the parallelogram. Okay, so let me move this down a bit. Okay, I'm going to say print area. Okay, and that's it. And so step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. Okay, so the same as what we have here, the 5 steps. Okay, and once you have all your blocks, okay, you can go ahead and put the arrows. Okay, so to put the arrows, you just click and drag. Okay, or you can move your mouse over and you can see an arrow pop up, and you can click on that arrow as well. Alright, so this is basically a very simple flowchart, okay, to compute the area of a circle. Okay, so this is what we call a sequence flowchart. Okay, a sequence flowchart because you are going step by step. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and so on. Okay, so this is a very basic flowchart known as a sequence flowchart. Alright, and this is a very good introduction to understanding the concept of requirements, algorithm, and finally flowchart. Okay, in my next video, I'll go into another example where you have selection, and then following that will be repetition. Alright, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.